So hello and welcome once more to Meerkat Musings. We're not playing through Mario Maker this time, because this time we are playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which in this gamer's humble opinion is the best of all the Zelda games. It was released on the Super Nintendo 1991, I believe, and I just remember the first time playing through it just being taken away by how amazing and immersive this game was. Off goes Uncle. There's so much about this game which I just found to be absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Even today, even though it's these ancient video game standards, this game looks gorgeous, it sounds gorgeous, it has a depth to it for both story and gameplay, which is hard to match. Here he is. It's funny how we just leave him there very, very casually, don't we? Now, at one point, we would have said that Breath of the Wild had become my favourite Zelda game. And to be fair, Breath of the Wild is absolutely astonishingly superb. But there's no two ways about it really for me. I have to stick to pretty much what my heart tells me, and you know, as much as I thoroughly enjoyed Breath of the Wild, this is the one that I come back to, because Breath of the Wild for me, as good as it was, I can't really say that it has the replay value of some of the other games. That's not to say that I haven't gone back and dabbled here and there, and Breath of the Wild is a very comfortable second place on my list of favourite Zelda games. But the thing is, this one here, A Link to the Past, this isn't just my favourite Zelda game. I would score it as my favourite game of all time. And it's difficult for anything else to really sort of come in and take its place. I mean, Breath of the Wild did for a time, I'll give it its due. When I first played through Breath of the Wild, that first adventure was amazing. Upon hindsight, this is the one to come back to, let's say. This is the first kind of boss fight, I suppose. Quite easy to stay at range of these Ball and chain. Like what up there. Grab the key. Oh, don't forget to rescue Zelda. One thing I was thinking of trying to do, but the reality is I just don't have the skill to do it. I've seen people do speedruns of this game, and they're simply incredible. And the thing about the speedruns, and it's something which I've never really mastered the art of doing. When I play through these games, I'm doing so with the idea that I basically don't get hit, or I get hit as little as possible by the enemies. Whereas for the speedrunners, sometimes getting hit actually makes you go slightly faster, and they're prepared to absorb damage in order to make progress, which is just not a philosophy I've been able to bring myself into using. And also the sheer skill involved as well of the speedrunners. I mean, they're just absolutely superb. Up we go. A bit more. Into the dungeons and secret passageways, and rats that seem to be very rich. And snakes, and lots of them as well. Now I dare say the boomerang is probably my single favourite second-day weapon in this game. I've got plenty of magic. Sewers. A few more rats to deal with. As I say, the rats are quite rich for some bizarre reason. We're not going to argue with that. Quite the opposite. Originally it was said that this game intended to be a NES game, an original Nintendo game, but it soon became clear, especially with the SNES in development, that the original Nintendo simply couldn't handle moving the artists for this game, so they had to revise it. Glad they did, because it's become one of the best games of all time, one of the best consoles of all time. So here we go. And that's the first main part of the game done. explore higher. You have the gorgeous map view, showing off everywhere you can go. Some familiar sights which turn up in other Zelda games as well. You've got the desert region, you've got Death Mountain, you've got the Lost Woods, you've got Lake Hylia in the bottom right hand corner there. Loads of different stuff to see. It tells us to head towards the village. We don't have to, and that's one of the other things about A Link to the Past. Something it actually has in common with Breath of the Wild, and also with the very first Zelda games, really, the first two on the NES. You can go exploring and you can do things out of order, whereas from Ocarina of Time onwards, you kind of wound up without a choice. You kind of had to do things in exactly the same way, which meant, of course, that everyone played exactly the same game. If you were playing, say, Ocarina of Time, it would be unthinkable to enter the Lost Woods, as I just did, and explore. The game just wouldn't let you. Now, I say this game is, kind of linear, as it were, and it is, to a point. To be fair, there are parts of this game where your path is kind of chosen for you. I'm not going to waste time on him. So I guess you could say A Link to the Past is... it's not a linear game, as it were, but it began to incorporate those ideas. Albeit nowhere near as bad as some of the previous games did. So there's a house down here. It's the other side. Okay. Be a familiar name to anyone who has played other Zelda games, as Kakariko Village turns up, I think, in nearly every Zelda game. So we want to speak to an elder. I think it's this lady here. what she's basically saying is, ask around, I have no idea where this person is. Oh, never go wrong with having some bombs. And of course, that proves useful to me straight away. And all of a sudden, a lot richer. Wrong. There's a bottle from this guy. And those bottles are definitely quite useful. Now, is this the house with the elder? No, it's the sick boy. But he gives you something else quite useful. This guy is very, very fast. Here he goes. We're going to do a typical Link thing of bursting into someone's house. Ah, the chickens. Which are, as they are in most Zelda games, pretty much invincible. Some arrows. A bit ahead of the curve there, but okay. Again. And this is the back end of the tavern. And a chicken, as always. Potions I'll come back to later. They are very handy to have. I think this is the kid. There we go. Grandpa. Hiding in the palace past the castle. Which is conveniently marked for us, which is handy. And we've got a few places we can explore and run off to. It's very different to say, for example, Skyward Sword, which pretty much forced you to go in one direction. And you could do a little bit of exploring, but there were so many places which were out of bounds to you until you'd done other things. Whereas at least with this, you've got that little bit of freedom if you want it or need it. And you can even do things like that and wait for the ghosts in the graveyard, which is creepy. And a bee. And there are elements to this memory you could actually, for lack of a better word, exploit one or two glitches and get one or two items a little bit sooner than you should be able to at the graveyard. You don't need the fairy just yet. Best to keep them reserved to restore your health when you truly and desperately need it. little octopus type things, octo-rocks, is that they, or at least the ones from the original Zelda game, SNES, on the NES, sorry, they were the inspiration behind the Guardians in Breath of the Wild. The idea being, when you look at them in the original Zelda, but also in A Link to the Past, they're so big compared to Link. And it makes sense that from Link's perspective, these things look quite huge and quite scary. So they thought, let's go up and watch with the Guardians. So here we are. Sarashlasura? I have no idea how to actually pronounce that. Village Elder. So there we go. We talk about the 3 pendants. Yes, I want to find the Pendant of Courage. Before we go and have a look there, we're going to blow a hole in his home. Filthy rich. Get ourselves entrance to the place. And this is where we're going to leave things for now and come back to this another time. So please keep an eye out for part 2. If you want to, of course, know when it's coming up, then please hit subscribe so you get pinged for when the next videos turn up. I hope you've enjoyed this little brief run through for the first little stage of Breath of the Wild, and we shall resume at the East Palace another time. Watch this space.